That thing looks so cool. I love it. What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be watching and reacting to House of the Dragon Season 1 Episode 2, which is titled The Rogue Prince. We all know who that's referring to. Last episode, the premiere was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I got introduced to a lot of new characters, a lot of names I'm probably not going to remember all of them right off the bat. It might take another episode or two, but most of them I do remember. I think the hardest part is the pronunciation for some of them. But I really enjoyed it. I think Rhaenyra, that's the one I'm definitely going to have trouble saying, but you know what I'm talking about. She was fantastic, and she was named the heir to the throne. And I really liked her character because, you know, she had this inner conflict with not being a son to her father, and she always knew her father obviously wanted a son, so, you know, he can have an heir. And even because of that, or even after that, he still named her the heir, because of the fact that he was unable to have a son, you know, based on the fact of what happened with his wife, and the fact that he does not want to name his brother heir because of how reckless he is, and just, you know, especially after what he was saying about, you know, his son being the heir for a day or something like that. It rubbed him the wrong way, and he just was like, go back to Runestone, or told him to go back somewhere. And yeah, so fantastic start to the show. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. Let's jump right into this. If you want to see the full uncut reaction, that'll be my Patreon. Links to that will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's watch. Oh, we didn't have one of these intros in the first episode. Did we? I don't remember it. I didn't see this. I might have skipped it, but I didn't know it was going to have one of these Game of Thrones like intros. And it's got the same music. That's awesome. What is going on here? This isn't a map, is it? Because in Game of Thrones, it was a map. This doesn't look like a map. I guess we know Westeros very well, so we don't really need a map. Oh, the music's a little different. This is a teensy bit different. That's awesome. Whoa! Oh, is this gonna be about the crab feeder guy? We learned about him last episode. It was a really quick line of dialogue. I should have known we'd see this guy eventually, because these, you know, Game of Thrones and this show, they don't do dialogue unless it's important, you know?
Sir Ryan was a strong Lord Commander of the King's Guard. He passed in peace, I hope.
His remains are being prepared by the Silent Sisters. The succeeding Lord Commander, Sir Harold, would like to make haste in finding Sir Ryan's replacement on the King's Guard.
Your Grace, my lords, King's Guard must soon be restored to its full complement of 7. With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All have passed fair trials.
Okay.
4 ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. The Stepstones have now grown into a conflagration, yet you sit here and dither about court business.
If you've something to discuss, Lord,
I want to know what is to be done about my ships.
So they're talking about the crab feeder guy, right?
I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
Hell yeah.
These pirates are not the free cities.
Who do you think provides them with their ships?
In all of its history, my lord, the 7 kingdoms have never entered open war with the free cities. Were that to happen, the losses would be incalculable.
So are the free cities the ones in Essos?
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has squatted there for over half a year without even a protest from the crown.
I'll caution you, Lord Corlys. A seat at the king's table does not make you his equal.
Damn.
I've sent envoys to Pentos and Volantis to see if we might find common cause.
So yeah, the free city, Pentos is in Essos, right?
You have dragon riders, father.
You're gonna send people on dragons there?
Send us.
Damn. That would be easier. Be quicker.
I only meant that we should at least...
Perhaps there's some better use for the princess's talents, Your Grace.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander? You should choose.
Step forward, Sir Desmond.
Dude, I love this show already. I'm so invested in everything.
Sir Desmond recently brought a would-be poacher to justice.
Okay. I feel like that lady, I forget her name, but the queen who never was, she's gonna probably hold some opinions towards Rhaenyra based on the fact that she was made the heir, even though she wasn't,
of combat
you know.
experience beyond capturing poachers.
Well, they'll get a combat experience eventually, I guess.
Sir Criston Cole.
Oh, Kristen. We know him from last episode.
son of the steward of the Lord of Blackhaven.
Be welcome, Sir Kristen. You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Dornish marches, Princess. I fought for a year as a foot soldier against the Dornish incursions.
I wish my hair could look like that.
I choose Sir Kristen Cole.
Let's not be too hasty.
She did that quick.
There's no doubt Sir Kristen is a fine warrior, but houses such as Crickle and Mallister are important allies of the crown.
My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat.
Yeah, I guess. I like how she's showing her power here, ever since being
The
named the
Valyrian
heir.
capital was built into a volcano, much like Dragonstone.
Oh, was this what we saw in the intro?
This was the Onogrion, where the Blood Mages worked their craft.
The show is giving us so much information, man.
I only pore over the histories and provide the plans. The stonemasons built the structures.
Do you believe that Westeros can be another Valyria, Your Grace?
That depends whether you speak of the freehold at its height or at its fall.
I would like to see a show in Valyria with the Doom of Valyria and everything.
Seven Hills. Tell me, how is Rhaenyra?
What do you mean?
Well, these days she doesn't say more than a few words to me. I think she might find it difficult to discuss personal matters.
It will take time. It did when I lost my own mother.
Can't expect it to be easy, yeah.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
I think she would open herself to you if invited.
You do not mention our talks to Rhaenyra, do you? I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
I hope it's just talks, because I don't know. People were telling me Otto wanted her to comfort him in a different way. That's what he was saying. We didn't see any of it, so I don't know. I hope not.
And already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir.
What if your father were to remarry?
To who?
Your father loves you.
That'd be kind of fucked up if he did, and then got another heir through his son.
I want him to see me as more than his little girl.
I know tempers ran hot today, but I wanted to assure you how much I value the bond between our houses. Rhaenys is my favorite cousin after all.
So her name is Rhaenys, okay.
It was not my intent to make offense.
Your fleet is one of the realm's most important assets, Lord Corlys.
And he's Lord Corlys.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. The King's brother, so disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone without challenge. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
Yeah, I get his concerns here.
To elude a storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming.
Damn.
Do you have a specific course of action to propose, my lord?
Send the Dragon Riders.
Join our families.
Oh. Well,
Wed our daughter Laena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses.
to who? Oh, to him? No.
You can show the realm that the crown's strongest days are ahead.
I must admit, I haven't given marriage much thought.
Especially to your cousin's daughter. That's kind of gross. I know it's Targaryens. I know. They do that shit. Wasn't she like a kid, though? I mean, I know, again, they don't care in this universe. I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think she was a kid. I think we might have seen her in like one scene. I forget, though. She's gonna lose it if he tells her right now.
We haven't spoken much.
Yeah, the first conversations they're gonna have, he's gonna be like, I'm getting remarried.
You can say whatever you'd like. You are the king.
I loved your mother very much.
He's gonna say it. He's gonna talk about getting remarried. He doesn't know how to say it.
Sir Harold provided a fine field of tawny knights. I discovered that Sir Kristen was the only man among them with true battle experience.
You will make a fine knight of the King's Guard.
Today at small council,
Pay it no mind.
I thought I might have had some insight.
You're young.
But
You will learn.
She's the heir. She should be able to say something at the table. Ew. Are those maggots?
This is our best chance to save the digit, Your Grace. The maggots.
Oh,
will remove the dead
ew.
flesh and
Oh, I didn't know
hopefully
maggots
stop
could
the
do
advance
that.
of the rot.
Oh, so that's when he cut his finger on the throne, right?
He proposed a marriage.
To whom?
The Lady Laena. To combine the strength of our houses.
Lord Corlys has overreached, Your Grace.
I think Otto would prefer if it was his daughter.
What is your advice, dear Otto?
He's gonna be like, take my daughter instead.
A match with their daughter would go a long way towards sealing the breach. And uniting the two great Valyrian houses would certainly signal unity throughout the realm.
I do fear what Rhaenyra might think.
What does it matter, Your Grace? Her mother has passed. Her father must propagate the royal line.
Oh my god, she's so tiny. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. She's like 10.
It would be a great honor to join our houses, as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood, so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say?
Oh yeah. Probably word for word.
It bothers you, does it not?
Oh, of course it does. Probably for multiple reasons.
My father is a king. It is his duty to take a new wife and strengthen his line.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics.
Does it bother you?
Of course it does.
Oh wow, okay. That makes sense.
I understand the order of things.
It should bother her.
Whether it's to my daughter or to someone else's, your father will remarry, sooner than late. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male.
Yep.
The men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
She's gonna break the wheel.
But the men of the realm already had their opportunity to appoint a ruling queen at the Great Council, and they denied it.
They denied you, Princess Rhaenys, the queen who never was. But they
Yep.
bent the knee to me and called me heir to the throne.
That is true, they did. But I mean, they only did it because the king was saying it. You know, once the king is dead, they probably maybe wouldn't do that. I don't know. Because if the king's telling them to do it, they're gonna do it.
Put the realm to the torch, and see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Lord Corlys Balarion has offered the hand of his daughter, the Lady Lena.
A very strong match, Your Grace.
Alicent's just happy it's not her.
I brought you something.
Oh, she fixed it?
I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
Your Grace, I've called a small council to an emergency session.
Emergency?
Troxios introro macetas, exis nuis. Basso gendona.
Dragon's egg was stolen?
Daridoros daimon.
Oh shit. Of course, Daemon's doing stuff.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone,
I feel like Daemon's gonna be the villain of this show.
to announce that he is to take a second wife in the tradition of Old Valyria. She is to assume the title Lady Missaria of Dragonstone. Her grace is with child.
Oh shit.
Dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle. The prince has invited you to his wedding.
I want to go to the wedding. I love Game of Thrones weddings.
Who is Lady Missaria?
We believe
Daemon's Hall.
Is that the girl he was with last episode?
The realm is watching, Your Grace.
What would you have me do? Send him to the wall. Perhaps I could put his head on a spike.
Daemon has seized Dragonstone, has surrounded himself with an army of gold cloaks, and has now stolen a dangerous weapon.
What?
Dromon hidrotso iles. Daridoro.
Dream fires?
Daridoro belo matsumbile.
Oh wow, that one.
Assemble a
Damn.
detachment, Otto.
Damn, that convinced him. Damn.
My apologies, Your Grace, but I cannot allow it. It's too
Oh,
dangerous.
come on, Otto. Come on.
Let me go to Dragonstone.
Okay, well, if you go, that's whatever. Anyway, I want someone to go. Oh, he's all dressed up in armor and stuff? I mean, obviously.
You're the most comely girl at court. Why do you destroy yourself?
Yeah, her poor fingernails.
Will you see the king tonight?
If you wish it.
Feel bad for her. Oh, this looks amazing. Looks just like it did in Game of Thrones, but a bit older. And Dragonstone's not that far from King's Landing, right? It's just like, you just gotta take a ship there and you'll probably be there in a few days, maybe? I don't know. Actually, probably longer than that. I don't know. On the map, it's like right there. It's just, I don't know how long that actually is in terms of like a trip through the ocean. It took Stannis a while to get to King's Landing from Dragonstone.
Welcome to Dragonstone, Otto.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore, and leave Dragonstone by order of his grace King Viserys.
Where is the king? I don't see him.
His Grace would never lower himself to entertain such a mummer's farce.
A mummer's farce?
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Crispin?
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Damn.
Are you so desperate for the king's attention that you've resorted to skulking about like a common cutpurse?
I'm simply keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
Those traditions are for the true-born children of royalty, not for bastards fathered on a common whore. And what of you, men of the City Watch? Aiding the prince in his treason?
The king made me their commander. They are loyal to me. You've come for the egg. Here it is.
He's just gonna hand it over? It's not gonna be that easy.
You've never survived this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
To choose violence here is to declare war against your king.
Wonderful.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Oh! Oh, shit. Oh no, not Caraxus. That's the dragon that they had, right? That's the dragon that he flew in on. That thing looks so cool. I love it. Oh, that's the coolest looking dragon in the entire world. That thing is terrifying. I love it.
All of you, sheathe the fucking steel.
What the hell? Is there another one? Oh, Cyrax. Oh, that's... Oh, shit. What is she... She came here? I mean, it's a good thing she did, because they kind of needed the dragon support just in case. Dragons are literally like nukes. Like, in our world, like a nuke is like equivalent to a dragon. It's like, you know, one country has a nuke and the other country has to now show off their nuke. Make sure that they don't use it. And they're only not going to use it because the other country has a nuke. It's the same thing going on here with the dragons. Just because she came, I don't think there's going to be a fight now.
What are you doing here, princess?
Preventing bloodshed.
Sir Kristen, please escort the princess to safety.
Take care not to startle Cyrax, my lords. She's rather protective of me. Kepa nucha inaza drisdoro. Kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz mi anuchon isa.
Ia sila você euro tao. Tubi maneri, Nike de Niklas.
Sekedja sut nuchon vronkron, dromon laudigon ao belvitas. Siculant.
Razilari Tubi.
Damn.
I'm right here, Uncle. The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me.
I don't think he would do that. Oh, wow. Well, at least I got the egg back, but they're not getting Dragonstone back, I don't think. Oh my god, the music, man. We know this room very well.
On the morrow.
That I was with child. Your child.
Perhaps when we are wed, we can make that true.
I ensured long ago that I would never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
Damn.
Dragonstone is quite secure.
Until the king decides to reclaim his ancestral seat. His men might not put the prince's head on a spike, but what would they do with the commoner he claims he's taken to wife and made with child?
No one will harm you.
Does put her in danger.
I came to you to be liberated.
Liberated? From what?
Fear.
Yeah. A lot of terrible shit.
Ever since my name was read by the Archmaesters at the Great Council, I have felt Corlys Velarion's envious gaze staring at me.
You sit upon the highest seat in the realm, Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
You think he's gonna do something?
Lord Corlys is your master of ships, and she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
Yeah, that's a pretty big thing to mislike.
I never asked to remarry.
As king, you have a claim on all things. Marriage is not an obligation you can put off for long.
Ah, he is the king. I think he could just not do it.
Who is he to act to me?
No one, Your Grace. But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy. The Sea Snake has made a calculated reach, fair play for a man of his position. If you truly want my unencumbered opinion,
I do.
you should wed Lena Velaryon, Your Grace. Sate Lord Corlys and fix him at your side.
Your Grace, the princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Did he send her? Oh, he didn't. No, she went on her own. Wow. This music right here, is this her theme? Because it plays with her a lot. Rhaenyra, is that how you say it? I feel like I'm starting to get it a little bit.
You disobeyed
the more I hear it.
And you acted without the crown's leave.
She could have saved a lot of lives, though. I think she did save a lot of lives.
You are my only heir.
I mean, yeah, she could have got her. Yeah, okay. I think she understands that. She understood the risk.
You went to Dragonstone.
And retrieve the egg without bloodshed. A feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
I agree.
I sometimes forget how alike you both were.
His wife.
Your mother's absence is a wound that will never heal. Without her, the Red Keep has lost a warmth, and I dare say it will never recover.
It pleases me to hear you say this. To know that I'm not alone in my grief.
I wish I had known better what to say to you in the aftermath. I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown.
Damn, so they really needed this conflict to bring them together.
I could never replace your mother. No more than I intend to replace you as heir.
Damn.
But you are my only heir, and our line is vulnerable. And by marrying again, I may begin to ensure that we are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us.
Damn, that's actually a good thing to say, though. Like, I'm not going to replace you, but I do need more heirs just in case.
Mother would have understood this, just as I do.
This is fantastic dialogue and acting. Wow. It's just so interesting how they needed that little fight there to actually get them to talk to each other with actual meaningful words.
I have decided to take a new wife. I intend to marry the Lady Alicent Hightower.
Oh, shit! Oh my god! Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
This is an absurdity.
Yeah.
My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
Oh my god. I wonder why he's making that choice. I guess he doesn't care about the power combination of their houses. He just wants more heirs, but he would rather be with Alicent than a 12-year-old girl. Well, I mean, Alicent's young too, though, so regardless, you're still, you know, it's still fucked up, but I guess to him it's not as bad. I don't know. And I guess he was also worried about Lord Colorys. Am I saying his name right? I don't know. He's also worried about him. He just thought he kept looking at him in an odd way. I guess he trusts Otto more. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons for that choice there, probably. It's awful for Alicent, though. That is not what she wanted.
For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea with grit and luck. When I ascended the Driftwood throne, I knew what I wanted, so I went out and seized it. Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back. I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Is he not talking to his wife? What? Oh shit, he's gonna team up with him?
We're both men who have had to cut our own way through the world.
Oh my god.
Did you call me to Driftmark to remind me of my low standing, Lord Corlys? Or was there some other reason?
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones.
He's gonna ask for his help with this, and they'll work together. He'll help him against Viserys.
It was never my brother's strongest trait.
What?
Being king.
Damn.
The Crab Feeder is backed by powerful entities within the Free Cities who wish to see Westeros weakened. And the King's failures have allowed him to accumulate strength. If those shipping lanes fall, my house will be crippled. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Damn. He's like, I can talk shit about my brother, but no one else can.
We are the realm's second sons, Daemon.
Oh, second sons.
Our worth is not given. It must be made.
I want to see them take on this crab feeder guy. Because this stuff looks so disgustingly cool. Oh my god, what is that? What the hell? Was that the crab feeder, or is that just someone I don't know, but that was scary looking. I am loving this show. This is incredible stuff. We're only 2 episodes in, and it feels like I think one advantage of this show over Game of Thrones, which is not to say anything bad about Game of Thrones, but one big advantage is because it's focusing on less storylines. Like Game of Thrones, even just in the first season, had so many different things going on, you know? And by the time you got to like season 4 or 5, like you had so many separate things. So you're able to spend less time on individual stories, which usually meant that a storyline would take a couple episodes to really get going. But because we're focusing on just this one thing here, it felt like we had 2 episodes, but it feels like it's progressed so much more than that just based on 2 episodes. And there's a whole 10 episodes of this season, apparently. So we have a lot of stuff to look forward to. And already in the first 2 episodes, there's been a lot advanced with the characters and just the lore that's being added to the universe that we're learning of. But in particular, I really like the drama going on with the king choosing his new heir. And then now this episode, it was mainly focused on choosing a wife, a possible new wife. That was the main drama of this episode. And then, of course, the whole Daemon thing popped up midway through the episode, which was really intense scene. I loved seeing the dragons there. I loved seeing just how fierce they look, and that whole analogy about dragons basically being nukes for these groups, and it basically stops the conflict just because they're both afraid to use them against the other person, because they know if, you know, they do that, then there's going to be a death pretty much all around. Like everyone's going to die pretty much. And so Rhaenyra showing up with the dragon kind of just like calmed everything down and essentially made it, you know, so they didn't have any sort of bloodshed, which also it could have just been because it was her and Daemon's not going to want to kill her. So that could have also been a reason for it, not just because there was a dragon, another dragon that showed up. But love that stuff. A lot of the conversations and dialogue here, the scene with Rhaenyra and Viserys, that was fantastic. Them finally having a heart-to-heart, which again ended in him choosing Alicent, which I kind of explained why I think that was the case. And they've already been having those meetings together where she's probably been doing sexual things for him. And I'm assuming all that kind of led to him just deciding to make that choice to avoid dealing with Lord Collery's I don't know if I'm saying the right name, but that just led to him going to Daemon now, and now he's gonna be working with Daemon and probably not only doing what he wanted to, you know, do against the crab feeder, but now also working together against the king. So much good drama going on. I am just in love with this show already. I genuinely did not expect to be so attached to the story so quickly. I'm already really invested in it. I was fully expecting it to take like 5 episodes or something for me to really get fully invested in it. Because even though I loved the first few episodes of Game of Thrones, like looking back on it, I love the first few episodes of Game of Thrones. When I was first watching it, did take a couple of episodes, probably till like episode 5, honestly, of season 1, for me to get fully invested in the characters and the story. And I was like, okay, now I'm on board with the show. Obviously, like I said, looking back, I did love those first 4 episodes. It's just in the moment, it took me some time to really get invested. Here, I'm already invested. And obviously, that's because I've already watched Game of Thrones, 8 seasons worth of it. And this is not that different in terms of its, you know, tone and the feel and the atmosphere. And obviously, the music is very similar too, so that helps. But it's very cool to just be really invested with it, even just within the first 2 episodes. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to see the full uncut reaction, that'll be on my Patreon. Link to that will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace out, everyone.